Hey, what's up everyone? Quick disclaimer before we get into the video. I shot this video over 3 years ago. So I just want to let you know before you start asking if this is for sale or that's for sale, I no longer have any of these figures. They're all sold. I've sold them all. I don't have a single one left that's left in this video. I found this lost footage in an old SD card. And I figured, why make it go to waste? I can show you guys what this stuff looked like back when I had it. So it's gonna be really fun video. And also a second disclaimer, if you're in or around Kansas City this weekend, I'll have the date right here. I'll have which con this is gonna be in. Me and the Game Chasers are going to be at this convention this weekend. So if you wanna see us, get your DVD signed or Blu-ray signed by us. We'll have booths right next to each other. I'm going to have a bunch of stuff for sale. I'm going to have a bunch of vintage, over 200 vintage G.I. Joes, varying in all degrees of condition, completes, looses, all that stuff. I'm going to have a bunch of vehicles for sale as well. If you're into G.I. Joes, vintage, I'm the guy to see this weekend. So hopefully we'll see you there. Now back to the video. And welcome back everyone. So I thought we'd start off this video with the original 10 card backs. Basically that means the first wave that's on this card. We got the 6 original good guys and then the 4 original bad guys. Hence the 10 card backs. So we got a really cool Leonardo signed by Cam Clark, the voice of the Leonardo, the character from the cartoon. And then we've got Kevin Eastman's signature there. So we have one of my favorite pieces. Okay, next up we have an unpunched Mikey. Look at that. That is wicked. Pretty good card. Now, you see that's going on in the plastic? That actually wipes away. You can actually clean that. I've actually dealt with that. I've opened up, not this card, but I've opened up other ones that were in way worse condition and they had that going on. And all you do is wipe it away. But from what I heard is if you want to clean that without actually opening the packaging, then just lay it out in the sun, let the ultraviolet, the UV rays hit that thing, and it should go away from what I hear. I haven't myself personally tried it because I'm afraid that it might fade my uncarded figure, so I'm just going to leave it the way it is. Alright, next up we have a beautiful Donnie. Look at that. Very nice. Again, got the arm thing going on. I don't know why that happens, but it does. Alright, next up we have my favorite character, Raph. And this guy's got some I think they're all going through it, man. I don't know what it is, but this was not so bad. But it's unpunched. And the card is really nice. Okay, and next up we have the leader himself, the Master Sensei, Splinter. Very cool. And the card is really nice. Okay, here we have two of the variants of April O'Neil. I think this was the original one, the one where she has like nothing on her. And this is the one that has the pressed on her boobie. It says channel, just press. Yeah, that's what it says. It says press. And it's got orange highlights, and this one doesn't. This one was personalized to me from Judith Hoag, the one who played April O'Neil. In the movie, the first movie, she had done a Comic-Con in Alamo City, in San Antonio, and that's where I met her, and she signed it, Too Rich. I wish she hadn't done that, but what are you gonna do, right? So next up, I was going to show you Shredder, the original full 10 backs that are here, but he's not in the pile or on my peg wall that's in my storage room. He's actually, I remembered, he's in my room and he's up on my wall, and I am not going back over there while I have everything out here. So just take my word for it. I have a Shredder carded, and here is a foot soldier. Very nice and unpunched. Look at that. Okay, next up, and in no particular order, we're just gonna run through these guys because there's so many. We've got Ground Chuck. Check out Ground Chuck, and he's unpunched. Pretty sweet figure there. And right after Ground Chuck, we have Ray Fillet, also unpunched. Beautiful figure. Look at how clean that is. And next up, we have another unpunched Space Usagi. Nice. Usagi in Japanese means bunny, so basically it's Space Bunny. Man, this is a unpunched sort of day. We have Dirtbag. Now this is one of the nicer unpunched cards that I have. This is King Lionheart. And here's an unpunched Fugitoid. Next up, we have an unpunched Pizza Face. And I can't tell you what it says right there for the Walmart price, but it was probably like $3.99 or something. Look at that. Wow, and I remember took a long time trying to track down this Casey Jones. And it is also unpunched. Very nice. Okay, next up we have an unpunched Ace Duck. Not Aced. Ace Duck. Every time you find this guy loose, those little grenades are always missing. Okay, here we have a Mondo Gecko. That's his only accessory, is this skateboard. Okay, here we have a Undercover Donnie. A lot of people call it Undercover Donnie, but it's called Don the Undercover Turtle. But every time you see this guy loose, everyone calls him Undercover Donnie, but it's not. Guys, it's not called. Oh, and he's unpunched. Nice. Now, one of my all-time favorite characters, mostly because of the figure, is Mutagen Man, and he's unpunched. Very nice. Okay, and here we have an unpunched Rat King. Very cool. Now this one is really cool. It's an unpunched Baxter Stockman. Look at that. Really nice. Okay, next up we have Panda Khan. Very nice. That looks like a He-Man axe, but it is not. Okay, up next we have a Rock and Roll Mondo Gecko. Look at all his accessories. Oh my god. Okay, I don't know why I have a double of Mondo Gecko, but this one isn't punched. But it's just as nice as the other one. Here's one of those variants of April O'Neil. She had quite a few of them. This one's called April the Ravishing Reporter. And to be honest with you, she just looks like a hooker. Okay, here we have two variants of Toka. One's is like darker color, and this one's like a lighter color. So that's two variants, and they're both, well, you can consider this a little loose, unpunched, but it's still unpunched. Very nice. Okay, up next we have his buddy Razor, and he is unpunched. And he was for $3.67 back at Walmart in, what was it, 92? Okay, and next up we have an unpunched Bebop. Check that out. Very, very cool. I remember when I got this. It was like almost 10 years ago. And what is Bebop without his rock steady? Check it out. Alright, next up we have Raph, the Space Cadet. Alright, next up we have Slash. Very colorful character figure. I love it. Very bright. Wow, just look at all the colors involved in this thing. Very cool. I like how they spelled worm. That's different. He's also unpunched, and yeah, he is a grotesque figure. Okay, up next we have General Trag. What a weird name. But he is from Dimension X. One of Krang's goons. Okay, up next we have an unpunched Walkabout. Pretty cool. I think he's a dingo. Very cool. And he was for $3.92 at Best. Or whatever that was. And here's one of those variants again I was telling you about, April O'Neil. This one's April, the Ninja Newscaster. God, how silly. And she's $3.67 at Walmart. Okay, up next is one of my favorite characters, or figures, back from the day. We have Mike the Sewer Surfer. But a lot of people called him Sewer Surfing Mike. But that's not his name. That's the name. So here we have one of the first characters from one of the first episodes of the TMNT. Zach the Neutrino. He was like in one of the first couple of episodes, I believe. He was very early on. He was one of the very first characters to be shown. Oh, so pretty. Here we have an unpunched Krang. And look at that. He was $4.99 back at KB's in the day. Oh, so nice. Look at that. So pretty. Okay, here we have an unpunched Hose 'em Down Don. Wow, look at all the accessories he comes with. Very cool. Okay, we have an unpunched Chrome Dome. Very cool. He was like later in the line, towards the end, really. And here's a special piece. We have Movie Star Don, signed by Kevin Eastman, and I can't remember his name at the top right now of my head. The guy that actually played Donnie, the little Asian guy that played in part 2, he was the pizza delivery guy. I think his name was Ernie, if I can remember correctly. Well, that's who signed it, because he was in part 1, he was Donnie inside the suit, but Corey Feldman voiced him, but he was the actual Donnie inside that suit. So I just had him sign that. Alright guys, and lastly, we have an unpunched sewer cycling Raph. They put him on a really big card. Look at that thing. Well, that's it everyone. Look at all of those figures. There's a ton of figures here, my friends, and like 80% of them are unpunched. Very, very cool. Oh, I love it. 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 Yeah, that's why I didn't put him up there, because he was going to disrupt being put on one of those big cards and all. Well, there you have it, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Always too happy to share. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is OK Chief. Peace out, y'all.